Hello teacher and partner, my name is Vanessa Tapia and I'm going to develop the lesson plan. Okay, let's continue. The lesson plan number 1. Okay, in the lesson plan is for students that they are in the level A2 and is for adolescents. The idea is to develop the topic that is about adjective physical appearance, and the adjective activity objective is learns and use the adjective making descriptions. I consider that in that level A2, the skills that they need to develop is a speaking skill. For that reasons, I choose to that adjective as a topic for physical appearance, because in that lessons that they are going to put in practice that kind of different kind of vocabulary, and I make an for example conversation, role plays that identifies and describe people. Class descriptions 1 and 3. Learn different kind of vocabulary about physical appearance using adjective. The idea is that the students try to describe a people and identify what is the characteristic that people, that person have. So the resource that I need for the lesson plan is 1 list of the adjective, dictionary, books, and video game. For example, that kind of adjective: beautiful, pretty, elegant, funny, cute, handsome, and we can identify what is the adjective that we need to describe the physical appearance. I consider that we have to take 20 minutes for develop that kind of activity. Okay, practice. The idea is that in that part of the lesson, the students making a conversation using the vocabulary, describing a partner or a person, and giving the reason about why they are not described. For example, for example, in that kind of example, we have attractive, that is an adjective, and it means a person who is a good looking, male or female. The example: Shakira is a very attractive woman. The idea is that the students know about the meanings about that adjective and try to put in practice describing the people, that knowing what they are describing. That's the idea for that activity. Now, the pause. Describe the following image, remember the vocabulary learnings, and practice and answer the question. I consider that in that part of the lesson, the student develop that activity without difficult. That means that they can describe whatever image or whatever people, taking account of the adjective for physical appearance. Material: the same book, a list of the vocabulary, and assignment. I consider that the assignment we have to take into account 3 points. The first, making a quiz with multiple answer. 2, put the meaning about the adjective, and 3, describe a person. I consider if that the student resolve and have a good grade making that quiz, I consider that they reach the goals or the objective, that is to describe, identify different kind of adjective. Okay, my lesson plan 2. My lesson plan 2 is for the students that is in the level B1 of school for adults. The learning strategy is about the reading comprehension. The idea is that the topic is open because it's for a reading comprehension. That means that the reading is different kind of lecture. The activity objectives: the students have better reading comprehension. The idea is that in that level, the student increase and better the reading comprehensions, develop that continue activities. For example, in that part, class descriptions: read different lectures for increase the comprehensions and the vocabulary. Research: magazines, books, and news. The idea is that they try to understand and comprehend different kind of lectures. For that reason, my resource is magazines, it's books, and news, because it's necessary that the students, when they are going to read for examples and news, they understand the vocabulary that the news use. Practice. Read the following stories and make a short summary about it. The idea is that the students read that history and make a summary. Why make a summary? Because they have the capacity to speak and to understand and explain what the test said. So the idea is to try to make a summary and a short summary using the vocabulary and the vocabulary that the lecture has. Production. Each reading is important for increase the reading comprehension skill. In that part, I consider that the students understand and have clear what they are reading. For that reason, that activity is that the student have a sequence about what they are reading and find the rest of the paragraph in another lecture that another partner have. So the idea is to try to first listen, understand, and reading and complete that test. The material, books, magazines, and history. An assignment, making a reading comprehension test. So, teacher, that was all. Thank you, and bye-bye.